Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, another beach reading, and today I am slowly reading through Tom Bauer's book, Revenge, that was held up on the, banned on the Canadian Amazon for a long time till after some pressure they put it up on Canada's Amazon. It's a mystery that still needs to be solved as to who did that and why. But anyways, we also know the recent news is that Meghan has come out with her first podcast. I find it very interesting that she comes out with her first podcast right before Diana's anniversary of her death and also Prince William's visit to New York. Now, many have said that she was dwelling on the past with her podcast and feel that she's responding to Tom Bauer's book. And I was just reading in his book where he talks about Omid Scobie. As we know, Omid Scobie has been all mouth recently, as always. And Tom Bauer writes that, Scobie is an unusual journalist, to say the least, more like a propagandist, which he does call him later on. But he points out that Scobie, besides all the, plastic surgery and whatnot, that Scobie works for Heat magazine, HEAT magazine. So he's a propagandist for Harry and Meghan, and he worked for Heat. Now, the reason that's interesting is because the story that I did a reading about last time about Meghan and Harry getting married, where a, quote, source said, if the royal family doesn't like it, to hell with them. Well, that was Heat magazine, the same one Omid Scobie works for. So anytime you hear anything from Heat magazine, the propagandist Omid Scobie is no doubt involved, in my opinion. And I wouldn't be surprised if the source of that was either Omid or Meghan. So I read that in the last video. So I want to see, wow, Omid is being very aggressive. He acts like a little powerhouse there, like he's taken on the royal family there but of course Harry, Meghan, and Scobie are backed by the globalists, Bill Gates, and all the rest. So no wonder. So this time you can see the shadow of my hands shuffling. It's a little difficult to orient myself here. But anyways, I just want to throw a few cards here about that source who's saying to hell with the royal family. And with regards to Harry and Meghan getting married again, which is a totally ridiculous story of them. So I want to see, was that Omid Scobie who said to hell with the royal family? Was that him? I'll put those cards aside for now. Was that Omid Scobie? Two of Wands reversed. I get that, yes. I get that somebody is pushing their opinions. This looks like a little Omid there with his cell phone, being the little propagandist that he is. Secretively, so this I can see this is secretively. And of course, there's Two of Wands because she's working hand in hand with Meghan. We all know everything Omid does is with Meghan's blessing. So, yeah, it was Omid speaking for Meghan. I'm sure Omid and Meghan are constantly bashing the royal family together. And of course, Omid being their propagandist, Omid is in his glory now because Meghan finally came out with her podcast after 2 years of doing nothing. And I think the timing is highly suspect. right after Tom Bower's book comes out, suddenly Meghan wants to talk about her, just her, like get to know me. Yeah, cutesy me. I'm not cute. Nothing cute about her. I mean, she's trying to act cutesy when she's nothing but a bully, but she's trying to fool everyone with her acting skills into saying, me, I'm just a victim of all this bullying, right? When it's a known fact in Tom Bower's book with all these multiple testimonies to the fact that she is the worst bully and her acting is not that good. So, another trick Harry and Meghan are doing with this podcast is this is all in the news. I'm getting this from the Sun. Harry and Meghan adopted another dog, another poor dog to abuse, just like she abused the beagle, kind of like Fauci abusing beagles. It's kind of interesting connection there. And now they've got another dog named I don't know what kind it was again. It's a regular looking dog. I think it's another beagle. Is it another beagle? To look again. But its name is Mamma Mia. That's what I remember. There's a picture. So she's doing this all now. Like she's releasing her podcast. Harry's coming out with his book. They're going to be talking at One Young Leader, which is a place that caters to the World Economic Forum, and it's going to be a big brouhaha publicity. And she's adopting another dog. What the hell is that about, right? So why the hell is Meghan adopting another dog? I'm going to shuffle the cards on this one. There's something funny with her adopting dogs all the time. So they have 3 dogs now. They still have the beagle, and they have Harry's dog. They think the name is Pula. Not sure. And now they have a second. So now they have a third dog. But I mean, these two, they can't even take care. They've got supposedly taking care of 2 children, and they need a third dog, right when their schedules are getting so busy. Oh, and another funny story is when Meghan called the dog shelter, right, and she calls up and speaks to the woman and says, hi, it's Meghan, and then begins blah 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 about how she wants to adopt a dog. And the woman said she thought she was talking to Meghan something or other, another actress. She had no idea it was Meghan Markle. So Meghan calls people up and she just says, hi, it's Meghan. She's calling from an unlisted number. She says, hi, it's Meghan, and she expects people to know who she is. That's how arrogant and full. She really thinks she's the hot stuff, big star that everyone knows who she is. So she's still not there. Even with all of her fame from marrying Harry, she still does not have the recognition that the other actresses do. So why are Harry and Meghan adopting a third dog? What the heck do they need a third dog for? Is it because she wants the magic number of 3, which is a divine number, creativity, but also, oh, this card just flipped over as I was shuffling. Yeah, look at that. 1, 2, 3. There's something evil about it. There's some kind of spell work she's doing, or there's some kind of magic she's doing with the numbers here, with getting a third dog. Interesting. I have no idea what's going on with that girl, what kind of magic she does. I mean, some have said that she uses some big prominent Jamaican voodoo witch doctor. I don't know, but it looks like there is something evil, magical here with adopting a third dog. Why is she doing that? So I'm getting some kind of evil spell work or some kind. Whoa. So a death isn't always bad. It would be. Maybe one of the dogs is dying. Guy. Okay, the beagle is Guy, right? So she's got Guy. Pula is Harry's dog. And now they've got this new dog, Mamma Mia. Who would name a dog Mamma Mia? I'm getting 2 very big cards here for her adopting a dog named Mamma Mia. And I'm getting Trinity 3, maybe some evil spell work, control here, and something new and big trying to restart. This could be like a rebirth. It's like a death and rebirth. And of course, in this card, we have the horse walking over a dead king, the crown on the ground there, right? So this could be seen as like Meghan wanting to triumph and destroy the royal family, and she's trying to appeal to young people. That's why she's adopting the dog. So this is to lure younger people into her crusade to destroy the royal family and to turn against the monarchy, and of course the church as well. The leftists, Marxist communists, hate Christianity and the church because they don't want anybody above them. They want you to worship the government, worship Xi Jinping, right? Who attacks Uyghurs and puts them in concentration camps. And same with Christians, by the way. If you're found with a Bible in China, you'll go to prison, concentration camp. It's a very serious matter here of the people Meghan's involved in, the globalists. And this dog is part of her, some kind of witchcraft. She's doing some kind of witchery here. Yeah, it's as far as I can get with that. I don't understand. I just know the number 3 is divine. It is a significant number. And I find it highly suspicious, especially Harry and Meghan, that they're supposedly so busy with their schedules right now. They supposedly have 2 children, and they supposedly have 2 dogs already, that they would hire a third. They would adopt a third dog. That's just like too much. It doesn't, especially at this point in time. There's a reason for it. There's some. So I think again, she's coming out trying to reinvent herself. There is something evil magic with it, the Trinity here, and she is, she's a Satanist. Her and her friends are all Satanists, and she is trying to attract children to her death cult. The Marxist communists, leftists are a death cult, so she is luring people into that. For sure. Okay, so getting back to her podcast. Apparently she tried to start a hashtag, and I can't remember what it said now again, because I don't have it in front of me. Something about fight the type, like the archetype, right? Because they're saying that she's battling against what Tom Bauer, right, wrote about her being overly ambitious and, basically bullying everyone and being overly demanding. And so she's trying to fight back that and say, women have been told not to be ambitious. And she actually started the podcast with that stupid story of her with the dish soap commercial. I don't know how many times that damn woman can tell that damn story. It's like, shut the hell up, you broken record. I mean, oh my gosh, she's awful. She just does not grow. She's like a stunted growth there. She's like keeps repeating like a parrot. What was I going to say? So she's fighting back against Tom Bauer's book, and she invited Serena to try to prove that they're friends. And she's told that fire story. So she claimed that Archie, when they were in South Africa, that Archie was in a room there was a fire started, and no one knew about it. Now, she said in her story on her podcast that she was staying in a housing unit, but royal reporter Angela Kelly said no, she was staying at a very luxurious mansion, and basically there's no story of a fire. I mean, told that she lied. She's not met. So Meghan's lying about the name of where she stayed. She stayed at a mansion. She's claiming she was at a housing unit. You see how Harry tried to lie and claim they're just like you common people when they're nothing. When they try to claim, they lie. Harry and Meghan have lied and tried to say they flew commercial when it was proven they flew private. So Harry and Meghan are always lying, trying to sound like they're just like you and me, just like the average commoner, right? When they're absolutely not. And that's why I found it so funny in the last video I did in the article. They said Harry claimed that he's got financial stability with his new job out there, whatever he's claiming his job is now. And the fact of the matter is we all know they're the wealthiest people in the world. They're globalists. They never have to work a day in their life. Their entire family never has to work a day in their life. They're billions and billions of dollars, and they're going to tell you that Harry needs a job, he needs financial independence. It's like the kid. I mean, they're not kids, they're middle-aged idiots. But as it shows you how they're taking you for idiots. They're trying to take the average person for a fool trying to act like their lives are anything like ours when nothing could be further from the truth. They live a lap of luxury, and that's why Meghan is so fake and phony and why she is such a bully, because she has taken on the attitude of the globalists who view humanity as contemptuous insects. And indeed, Lady Colin Campbell did cover this when she was speaking about Meghan's attitude towards the public and pointing out. I mean, Lady Colin Campbell said Meghan would consider us fleas. And the way she said it was like, we're fleas, we're contemptuous, we're nothing, and that really is how Meghan and Harry see us. And it's quite obvious from the way they lie to us in the media and the way they attack us on social media, and how they've exposed people and tried to humiliate them and embarrass them in the public eye. When she exposed Twitter people on the front page of the Star or the Sun magazine newspaper years ago, and again with her Sussex Squad attacking and deplatforming people who dare to criticize her her highly her highness of lying, because she is the devil, she is evil. And of course, she got Piers Morgan fired from his job when he said he did not, from ITV, when he said simply that he did not believe Meghan Markle. So I want to look a little bit more at her lies here. Specifically, now there's another lie coming out, and that is that her podcast allegedly debuted at number 2 on Spotify, only under what's his name? His name is escaping me right now. You know who it is, ivermectin guy. So that doesn't make any sense to me, because she also tried to start a hashtag on Instagram, stop the typing, or the archetype, and they said only 60 people, posted the hashtag on Instagram. So a very small number of people, probably all paid by her and working for Omid. So it doesn't make any sense that she would be number 2 on Spotify. I mean, personally, I never listened to Spotify, so, but I don't think it's not that, major platform. I don't think the platform itself is such a big deal. It's the one guy who's on it. Joe Rogan just came to me. Bad with names. It takes me a second. Yeah, so Joe Rogan is the only reason anyone even goes to Spotify, personally, I think, because it really hasn't, been that big. But anyways, they are a good platform, and that they have freedom of speech with him anyways. Which is ironic that Harry and Meghan, who are so anti-freedom of speech, with Harry saying that he thinks the First Amendment's bonkers, and they're on a free speech platform, Spotify, which I find interesting. I do think Harry and Meghan are probably trying to take freedom of speech away from that platform and fighting it, which they have. They threatened to leave Spotify, I believe, when the whole Joe Rogan brouhaha came out with the ivermectin and etc. I believe Harry and Meghan tried to influence Spotify or something. They were really evil about it. They were against Joe Rogan, of course, because Harry and Meghan are against anything that saves people's lives. We know that. They push deadly, snake bites instead. But anyways, so let's look at this fire. So she just totally fabricates a story about a fire, which I saw coming. I saw my eye predicted. I mean, she's going to play the victim somehow. She's going to drag the baby into it, because of course she knows nobody cares about her, but the baby's involved. So she's really trying to plug at those heartstrings. She seems to think that she has the power to plug at people's heartstrings, right? Because that way you'd be shamed. Like, you can't dare criticize her mental illness, because that's how she got Piers Morgan fired. So let me see. But this whole lie about the fire, that when she was staying in a mansion, I think it was the president of South Africa, I'm not sure, but Angela Kelly knows, and she knows that Meghan and Harry were not staying in a housing unit. Just absolutely ridiculous if they think about it. Like, is it the royal family members going to be put up in a housing unit somewhere? See, they're so they lie to us. They lie in the media. They lie. So it's really no wonder that she would just fabricate an entire story and expect us to believe it, because that's their attitude. Their attitude of these Marxist communists is, I'll make up whatever reality I want, and you just have to accept it. right? So going back to their whole death cult ideology of men are women, women are men. There's no such thing as having gender. It's whatever you feel like today. You could be a cat, a dog, or whatever you want. Hey, you could even be a Meghan Markle one day if you felt like identifying like that. God forbid. But anyways, one of some kids, some smart ass kid is gonna come in and say, "I identify as the devil." You know what I mean? I mean, this kid is gonna get really out of hand with this craziness. But this is the type of absolute insanity that Harry and Meghan are helping to push to make everybody crazy. You know, as well as killing people. In my opinion, with certain procedures, medical procedures. But anyways, why is she going on with another lie now? So here she is adding another lie. Why, I'm not even gonna ask if it's true. We know it's not. It's just ridiculous. Unless somebody started a fire in the fireplace, there's no way there was some fire danger. So why is she doing this? Why is crazy Meghan Markle? She really thinking that she's going to pull the heartstrings with this one? What the heck is that evil girl? There's evil involved with everything she does. So why is the little witch lying now? Another day, another lie with Harry and Meghan. Okay, so I got to cut this short because my phone is getting overheated here in the sun. So why is she lying about the fire story? I just split the cards. My phone died. So she just wants to spell more lies. She wants all the media to reproduce this. And of course, she's being an evil little demon again. She's trying to flip the script. She's trying to throw people off. She knows that this is going to get everybody verifying it and writing about it. So her latest, way of introducing her podcast and her thing is to throw out an obvious lie to get all the royal reporters coming out and trying to call and verify and investigate into it as much as they can to decide, to confirm, maybe even have whoever was in South Africa where she stayed come out and verify, like her nanny or whatnot. I mean, obviously she would pay her nanny to lie, no doubt. So, but we all know how secretive Meghan is with stories. She will hold on to stories so that she can whip it out of a hat, right before William visits, right? So I do see that, obviously this was, uh, to throw people off and to get people talking, get her podcast trending. Because if she lies, obviously it's going to get everybody saying, what? What's she talking about? Why else, though? Why lie about a fire and everything? I mean, unless you're talking about the fire of hell where she's going one day. Other than that, yeah, she wants to put everybody to work trying to research it. This is her job. She sees her job as being a professional liar and putting stuff up, podcasts and whatnot, as and making you figure out whether it's true or not. But don't you dare spread misinformation. Only Harry and Meghan can do that. So she's sort of just putting it out there, shoving it in our faces that, she's the one on top of the world with the globalists, and she can lie as much as she wants. But if you dare lie or anything, spread misinformation, you're going to be deplatformed by Harry and George Soros, who he works with. But anyways, I'm going to end it there. My phone gets overheated, so I hope you enjoyed this. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Stay safe.